Shiny Eternatus is finally here, and it brought a friend. The final Pokemon to have Ash's team from the anime. And today, I'm going to show you guys how to get both. Let's get started. How's it going, everybody? Blaine here for Bridge4 Games. First off, before we dive in and talk about the Pokemon, I have to say a massive thank you to everybody watching. I have seen so much support over the last week here on the channel that it has left me almost speechless. We passed 1 million views here on the channel, and on top of that, we also picked up about 1,000 subscribers, and I am just so grateful to have all you watching. Your support is what makes this channel possible, so guys, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown us. Now, let me give back by showing you how to get some awesome Pokemon. So, first and foremost, we know about the Shiny Eternatus event. We talked about that earlier on the channel. We have some more information on where you can go to get it, and actually, depending on where you live in the world, it may have already started, so that's really exciting. And on top of that, we also now have confirmation that today, we are starting the final Pokemon for Ash's team from the anime. It is going to be Ash's Lucario, and I'm going to show you guys how to get that one as well. So, 2 awesome Pokemon. It's going to be pretty easy to get them, and we're going to dive in and get started. But before I do, I just want to take a second to ask that if you like the videos we have here on the channel, please make sure that you actually like them by hitting that thumbs up button. And of course, consider subscribing because we have easily the best community here on YouTube, and I cannot wait for each and every one of you to become a part of it. So, that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump in. Let's get started and find out how to get that Lucario. Alright, so as we tend to do, we are starting off with the easiest one first because this takes the least amount of work. All you guys have to do, go into your Sword and Shield games and then redeem this code. It looks like it's HAD0UW0 and then catch. I don't know what this means in Japanese, but again, if you guys do, let me know in the comments. Just remember, it is a 0, not an O. You can't really make the mistake because there are no O's on the keypad, but just so you guys are aware of it so you don't think there's something wrong with your code or whatever. So go ahead, punch this in, and you will have the complete team. And honestly, it is pretty cool to see. So earlier today, Joe Merrick actually posted this picture of the entire team all together. And I have to say, it's pretty cool looking. You know, we have the entire Ash's team, and it's really awesome they released it like this. And, you know, we finally have all 6 Pokemon now that we have Lucario. So, I think it's really cool. Keep in mind, it doesn't say Ash. We talked about this before. It is in Japanese, so it does say Satoshi. But again, it is a free Lucario, and it's a really awesome thing to add to your collection. So that being said, we got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk about the real reason you guys are here, the Shiny Eternatus. Alright guys, we've gotten a lot of information over the past couple days, and we finally have a really complete picture about how to get the Shiny Eternatus, and kind of what areas you're going to get it. Now, earlier on the channel, when I talked about the event, it was first kind of teased. You know, it looked like they were going to be giving it out just everywhere they did the Zacian and Zamazentas. Unfortunately, we have a better picture now that it's probably not going to be the case, at least right now. So the only regions that are actually going to be having this distribution is the US and Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and then Asia. Now, the Asian countries and territories have already started their distribution. For everybody else, it's actually going to start on Sunday, the 18th. So, I don't know why they did it that way. It's kind of interesting, but in order to get the code, all you guys are going to have to do is go to one of the stores I'm going to list here, go in, get the code, and you'll be all set. Now, keep in mind, there is no purchase necessary. These should all be free. So if they try to make you buy anything, don't play their game. Just, you know, tell them that's not cool, get your code, and, you know, try another store, because honestly, that's something I really hate. So that being said, I'm going to list off all the stores here and give you guys an idea of where you can go. So in the Philippines, now again, in the Asia regions, your event is going on right now and will end on November 17th. So you guys do have a pretty good amount of time to get it, but there's a lot of stores here, so I'm imagining most of them didn't get very many. So let's go over where you can go. So in Philippines, you have Toys R Us. By the way, shoutouts for having a Toys R Us still. Thumbs up there. Toy Box, Toy Kingdom, iTech, SM Department Store, Game Extreme, Game On, Data Blitz, and more. Now, I don't know what they mean by and more, and I looked up a lot of these stores online. A lot of these are kind of like mom and pop type stores where they may not have kind of the huge presence like, you know, GameStop would. So I don't know how they're running it, you know, in the Philippines and, you know, the other Asia regions, but I would say that most likely it's going to be stores getting a smaller supply than they normally would at a larger kind of retailer. So make sure you're getting there as quick as possible to make sure you get these. Now, that being said, in Singapore, you have Best Deckney, BS Sons, Carnation, Challenger, Why would they do a distribution at Carnation? I don't know. If you guys know what that is, let me know in the description. I'm very curious about that now. Challenger, Game City, Game Resort, Game Marts, Game Extreme, Generation Games, Harvey Norma, Parasilk, Play E, Popular, the Pokemon Center in Singapore, TOG, Toys Termina, War Games, and Zark Games. As far as we know, all those stores have the codes. Just go and get them and you'll be all set. Then we have Malaysia, where we have Brothers Game, Game On, Gamers Hideout, Impulse Gaming, N4G, Mission World, Unite Game, and more. And then in Thailand, it's just the game stores, which are kind of like Game, UK and things like that. What gives me hope that this is actually going to be coming to the UK and to other, European areas, it looks like because it's in the game stores, Game is a chain all throughout Europe and Asia. So the fact that Thailand has it means there's already a presence of this distribution at that store they usually go to. So I suspect the reason they're not doing it right now in Europe is because they have that mythical distribution going on. So most likely when that's over, you guys are going to be getting this, and hopefully we'll be getting the mythicals because a lot of people need those. But that being said, don't discourage if you're not included in these because you will probably be getting it sooner or later. If you are in the US or Canada, you're going to have to go to GameStop. And if you are in Australia or New Zealand, it's going to be EB Games. Now, something to keep in mind, as of right now, it does look like it's only going to be a physical in-store event. In the past, we were able to get like the Zacian Zamazenta online. It doesn't look like they're doing that this time around. If that does change, obviously I'm going to cover it here for you on the channel. But all you need to do, again, go in the store, say, give me my shiny Eternatus. Might want to slap a please on there, but they will give it to you. There is no purchase necessary, so, if they try to force you to buy something, not cool. But that's what you're going to have to do to get this Pokemon. And again, it shouldn't be that hard as long as you live near one of these stores. And if you don't, guys, hit up Facebook, Reddit, and even friends and family. Somebody lives near these stores, and most likely they're going to be willing to either give them to you or trade them. So it's not a lost cause if you don't happen to live near one of these or be in one of these countries. And as you guys can see here, at least in the US, GameStop did post on its official Twitter channel that starting on Sunday the 18th, you can head to your local GameStop to receive the code, and no purchase necessary, available while supplies last, obviously. So we can see here, it's not me just being crazy and, an old school, complaining about everything guy. It does say here, no purchase necessary, so hopefully all the stores are following that. I already heard on Facebook of a store charging someone for these, so please don't cooperate with that. Cause whatever stink you can, because these are free. They're meant to be shared with everybody. Now, again, just to give you an idea about the actual Eternatus itself, it is timid nature. It does have Dynamax Cannon, Eternabeam, Sludge Bomb, and Flamethrower. Eternabeam is pretty cool. It doesn't actually get that until I think in the 80s, but it actually has the animation where it turns into the hand. I'm going to put a picture of that or a video of that on the screen right now. It's really, really cool. So even though it's not the most competitively viable option, it looks pretty sweet. Joe Merrick actually posted a picture of his online today, and as you can see, the Pokemon does come with perfect IVs for all of its stats, which is pretty cool. It is, again, guaranteed to be timid, but you can use a mint to change that if you'd like to. And the other thing we found out that's really neat, if you guys are big into getting all the forms on Pokemon Home, when you actually upload the Eternatus into Pokemon Home, it actually will be the hand form too. So you do get to have both checked off in your boxes. I think it's interesting they did that because we don't really have a way to ever turn the Eternatus into the hand ourselves, aside from, I guess, using it in battle. And you use the Eternabeam, so maybe that's how they're counting it. But I don't know. I thought it was cool regardless. But I thought it was just kind of a neat little touch. They added that for completionists like myself. And that being said, guys, I know, again, if you are in the EU, you're probably really bummed out about not getting the Eternatus. But do keep in mind, you guys do still have the mythical distribution going on until the end of the month. So if you go to your game stores, you can actually get, Marshadow, Volcanion, and Genesect. And all three of those have been kind of difficult to track down, especially the Volcanion. And, I would highly recommend getting these while you can. And hopefully they're going to just do a big switch where, everybody in the rest of the world gets the mythicals and then, Europe gets the Eternatus. But we don't know, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that's what happens. But, make sure, guys, I know we talked a lot about Eternatus. If you are in Europe, go get these pronto because you don't want to miss these. And again, they are going to be only while supplies last. But there you have it, guys. That's how you can get shiny Eternatus this weekend. Again, it's going to be really awesome. If you are in Asia, the event is going on now. If you're in the other parts of the world, Australia or the US, make sure that you guys are going and getting that on Sunday because you don't want the stores to sell out because then you're going to be scrambling to find one. And that's just not a good time. So head to GameStops, head to EB Games, get your code, and you guys are going to have one awesome Pokemon added to your collection. Alright, so there you have it, guys. That is how you can get 2 awesome Pokemon pretty much right now for very, very little effort. And again, if we do have any updates about them being given away online through any distributions, I'm going to let you guys know. I've been checking literally every store pretty much every day to see if there's any new info on that front. And so far, I haven't seen anything. But again, I'm keeping out hope. And if I do find anything, you'll hear it first right here on the channel. So that being said, guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're able to find it at least helpful, so you can add these awesome Pokemon to your collections. And if you did enjoy the video, please make sure that you absolutely Giga Impact that like button in the face, and as always, consider subscribing, because again, we have the best community here on YouTube, and I am so eager to have all of you become a part of it. Now, everybody, with that being said, that's all I have for you today. As always, please remember that the best Pokemon games are the ones that you love to play, and the proper ways to play them are however you have the most fun. I hope each and every one of you have a happy, epic, awesome, and amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. See you around. Bye-bye.